Here are some highlights of this program. Hello everybody. Welcome to Brainstorm exclusive interview.
Our education should be corrected, adapted, and updated.
Live better, they can send their children to school because they can interact with their authorities.
Mechanics, electricity, computer science, innovation,
And we know that is a brainstorm. Yourself, after watching this interesting program, notice the final statement made by our notable guest, a brand new one. Hello everybody and welcome to Brainstorm Broadcast. We are happy today again just to be on the set together to discuss a relevant issue. We know that today's the youth is tomorrow's future, goes the saying. And how can young people prepare or shape their future? We know that it's possible through a leadership training. That's why today's topic is youth leadership training. We're going to discuss the issue in depth together with the guests joining me on the set, Paul and Poi. Hello, sir, and how are you doing?
Hello, I'm very well, and you? So
Yeah.
thanks to welcome me in this platform.
Yes, I know you are administrator assistants and also Power Center teacher. Today we're going to deal with youth leadership training. As a trainer, a teacher at the Power Center, you have a lot to say to us and the audience, especially watching you right now. So the first question is about this topic, youth leadership training, is what does the concept youth leadership bring to your mind?
Okay. Wow. The concept youth leadership. So when we're talking about this, it's the fact that young people are taking initiatives which influence their community development. So it means it is about initiatives, about motivations, about decisions, and about skills, grabbing some skills in order to improve their environment or their areas.
Okay, so this is really a responsibility. When you take that task, you keep in your mind that you have to train young people, where they come from in terms of walks of life. So it's really a huge responsibility.
Exactly.
What is the concept leadership? This video will highlight some of the aspects of this concept. Please take a look at this and we'll be back.
As a youth leader, our main task is to support our school's mission, which is to get students on board for college and ensure that they have a post-secondary option.
We're equipping them to go back to then go to their schools, their respective schools, and give the information to their peers and help them.
In high school, there are a lot of students and there's not a lot of counselors. So you can have 200 students and then you can have one counselor for 200 students, and a counselor can't really dedicate all that time that a student needs for the whole entire process.
I work every day during lunch and I sit down with anybody who comes in, or I go out and I get them and I help them apply to CUNY, help them apply to SUNY, apply to FAFSA. I'll do workshops with them, help them start thinking about what do I want to study, where do I want to go. And sometimes I'll even work with parents and have them realize, like, this is what your kid wants to do, or this is what your kid should be doing.
It is essential to provide a college-going culture for 9th through 12th graders. It is essential to provide that core group of youth leaders these wonderful leadership skills that they could take with them as they move on to college.
Now, we want to know, why is youth leadership training vital in society?
Please?
Why is youth leadership training vital in society?
You know, first of all, the society needs development. And development comes when we are trained and when we have information. And also development comes when we are able to have responsible citizens. So leadership as we said, it is only empowering people. As we're talking about youth leadership, it means young people, to give them information, to give them knowledge, to help them to get some skills, and to help them to build confidence and the power of problem resolving. So this, of course, will help the community to be developed.
All right, so if you want to narrow it down, having a connection, a closer link with development, social development, and taking into account, of course, the Democratic Republic of Congo, you think that is really irrelevant? To what extent youth leadership will help a country, namely DRC, to move forward?
You know, DRC has got a lot of challenges. So every day we are having traffic issues. We are having problem with mental. We have wayward phenomenon. So there are so many things to reveal. And we have also what we call Kuluna phenomenon. So I think when these people are trained, when they have right information, and when we teach them civic engagement, I think this will bring a change.
All right, so you have that responsibility, but I think we need to be a little bit specific, because talking about youth leadership training requires trainer.
Yeah.
So who is supposed to provide that training?
So the training is supposed to come from many sectors. First of all, we have schools and educational institutes. So they have to play a role, teaching some techniques, teaching work, showing people how maybe to manufacture something. So we have also parents who has to push the young with discipline, and themselves have to play also a role of model. They should be model for their children. And we have also different kind of organization, like NGOs, the churches also, because you know, even the faith is also something very important in the mind of people. When the church is teaching you morality, is showing you, guiding you what to do and what you have to avoid, so this is also is having impact. And also the government can head with some laws, okay, trying to set and to put, to give some rules and regulation which can also help, okay, people to know what to do and what to avoid for being punished by the law.
All right, DRC has been going through one problem to another. It means the Congo, or the country, is facing multidimensional problems. So which sector could you, as a trainer, target in order to help youth in your dispositional, I think, leadership just to be trained? Which sector could you target, first of all?
I think to have a growing environment, we need to occupy the majority of young people in Congo. So it means, talking about the sector, we have to help or to push the youth in manufacturing. Everybody should know how to make something. I should know how to make a chair. I should know how to fabricate anything, to make breads. It means we have to promote promise sectors, so, and keep everybody in active mode.
So you mean that manufacturing is more important than bureaucracy. It means that you have to be trained to become, I think, responsible in different offices, and then be able to manufacture something. You think this is the top priority?
We can be responsible in a certain office, but if there are not activities, what will you manage? So if the country is not producing anything, what will you manage? So it means we have, first of all, starting by producing, helping people to produce, to have knowledge, and then and initiatives, and promote also innovations. So from there, if these are things which can give us data to manage in office.
The following video highlights some of the aspects, important aspects, of course, of leadership training. Please look at it, and we'll be back.
Hi guys, this is Sean, youth leader from Living Waters Foursquare Church. So Sean, what would you say the three most important things to you as a youth leader?
I would say the three most important things would be relationship, their spirituality, and also their emotional health. when we look at their relationship, looking at discipleship, are all our youth being discipled? Are they having one-to-ones? Are they accountable to anyone? And also looking at their spirituality, where are they with the Word of God? How are their spiritual lives, not just in church, but also out church? Looking at them through the week. Are they still on fire after camp? What are they doing to continue that fire? How are they reaching others? And also looking at their emotional health. Personally, there are a lot of things that our youth go through, and we need to look at the issues that they're facing, their relationships in the past, how they've been hurt, and really letting God heal them through that.
Thank you for sharing that.
It's okay.
So as youth leaders, my encouragement to you, my word to you is, what are the 3 most important things to you as a youth leader? What are you basing your youth movement on? Is it building relationships? Is it encouraging people? Is it drawing young people to church? It's so important that we focus on building the people, not just building the church or building the attendance. The lives of these young people matter to God much more than how many turn up on a Sunday. So as a leader, our first priority has to be building the people. So my encouragement to you today is, if that hasn't been your focus, let's change our focus. Let's build our young people from today. God bless you.
I want to come back to another factor, because we at the outset mentioned that you are a Powerful Center a trainer or a teacher. So in your education sector, what role does leadership play?
You know, in my educational starter, as you said that I am a teacher, so we are teaching, of course I'm teaching English, but we are not teaching English only as a language, but there is also a content. So while teaching, we push our students or our learners to engage themselves in innovations, in community problem resolving. So, and we also encourage them, then from the knowledge they have, they need also to spread it in the future generations.
So what is now the role of English? Because they can be trained in any given domain. I myself attended a several time graduation ceremony. I know how the student, even the graduate, are capable to expose whatever problems they have in different fields of life. So what is the role of English as a language? You want to help them through that knowledge, acquire that knowledge, and also explore many domains or fields of life.
It's known by everybody that English is a worldwide language. So now we are in global world, and then we need information from everywhere. So with English, you can easily talk to anyone and at any time. There is no limit, there is no barrier. All countries in the world, people speak English. So many books, so technology, many things are written in English. For somebody who knows English, first of all, it is a big step to the development. So this is really the impact of English. Knowing English, it means, it seems like you remove barriers, you remove curtains, and you can see far, and you can think also more.
All right, I myself was a high witness when I attended that ceremony. I was really mesmerized, fascinated.
Thank you.
But now people sometimes are amazed. You know, teaching English, when the student are right there at your center, within a 6 month or a year, they are able to speak in English, but in exploring, presenting different topics, even though they're not good at those topics, but they can research and be able to present that. So what kind of strategies do you polish up in order to help them within 6 or even a year to be able to speak English like what they do?
So at the first, we have a successful planning that we have been using a long time ago for years, which is working very well. So we have a total 4 classes, or 4 levels, I mean. So we have, first of all, beginners class. So there, the aim or the target is to push people speaking English, no matter the mistakes they can make. First of all, they should be able to communicate, to say something, to listen and understand. So no matter what happens as a mistake. So in that, time to time, we give them topic to develop. We push their speaking. So, and we also play on maybe on their background domains. Maybe if this person is good in nursing or is good maybe, I don't know, in computer, we'll be giving him topics related to his domain. and we push him speaking. So while speaking, we are correcting some mistakes, and then this is how, level after level, this is how they come to get that confidence and speak English.
Okay, in addition to what you're saying, I wanted just to take advantage of your explanation as how careful you are to train young people become efficient and be able in English speaking, not only as a language, but to acquire certain knowledge through English.
Exactly.
So what can you say? What kind of point can you make when you talk about your training and investment? If you want to open a bracket, make little comments, would they be able to adjust when there are foreign investor here in Congo just to learn a new skill, new domain? Are they able? Are they ready? You think that they were prepared?
Oh, of course, they are well prepared. The example is even myself, I can say. So I am working with foreigners.
Yeah.
So this was thanks to English.
All right.
And I always personally encourage my students and tell them that, English smells opportunities.
All right.
When you know English, there is no barrier for you. When you know English, you will smell opportunities.
Yeah.
So because in the case of Congo, so most of people who are investing or who are building, setting up some factories here, they are foreigners and they know how to speak English. It means if you speak English, you have the first chance to get the place.
I can get it that you yourself are a living testimony.
Exactly.
Among all those who have been trained. I suppose that you've been also one of the graduates or one of those who've been trained as a professor before becoming what you are today as a teacher.
So it meant I was in another place, and I am the one who I am among people who has created Perfect Center.
All right. Even though you reaped a positive result, but you cannot say that there were zero challenges. So I want you to tell us if you had some challenges, what are those, and were you able to meet them?
Of course, challenges were a lot. I cannot name all of them, but in short, what I can say is English is about two things. First of all, the love of English. And second is the time. So you can have the love, but if you don't give the time, you cannot learn. You can have the time, and if there is no love, and people has to push you, parents has to push you, you will not also learn. It means these two things together, love and time, will give good result.
All right.
No doubt.
All right, rightly said. So the video you're about to watch, it really talks about leadership, some challenges people face, and please take a closer look at it, and we'll be back.
Democracy is fun. Youth are capable. Leadership is tough. Challenge is exciting. Youth Leadership Challenge is democracy in action. The Youth Leadership Challenge is a reality TV show where 16 outstanding young people compete in challenges that test their ability to demonstrate leadership, imagination, and ingenuity. For 10 weeks, 16 outstanding young people from around the country compete to discover their potential and to be the best youth and win a study trip to the United States of America. Each week, the winning team is rewarded, and the losing team must vote off 2 of their teammates. Each episode's task brings a new challenge that relates to democracy, leadership, or youth activism. The candidates raise youth awareness of upcoming elections through creating flyers, television commercials, and public debates. Candidates develop projects to improve village life, and villagers vote for the most effective project to determine a winner. YLC candidates compete to help local communities, deliver public speeches, and even argue a case in a mock court. They believe in themselves, they have fun, and they give back. Youth Leadership Challenge. A life-changing experience. A practical learning environment. Cultivates young leaders. Teamwork. Criticism. Decision-making. Innovation. Imagination. Ambition. Confidence, taking action. It's leadership.
Right, I want to be back with you right now because I want to know now the impact of what your training on the ground. What kind of social impact does your training have in Congolese community so far?
I can tell you the truth. Wherever I go, I found one of my students.
Okay,
Wherever I knock, in offices, I found one of my students. Today, I have visited 2 companies, and I was surprised to see 2 people welcoming me with English. It means the impact is they are easily getting jobs. And then for those who are not getting jobs, they are even teaching, are getting money. It means so with English, you cannot stay at home unless you need it yourself or you decide yourself. But with English, I have people that I've trained who until today they don't have job yet, but still they can teach, they can also make money.
All right, they can make money.
Exactly.
They can create their job of their own. So what could the states expect from what you do as a job for community?
So I always advise the government, the states, to give us only a peaceful environment to work. So we cannot expect funds from the government. So they have a lot to do. But if we are having peace place to work, I think we can help the country to improve its economy. So what I'm expecting for the country is only peace place of environment.
Yeah, so now, what do you do? Don't you think or consider extending, because I know that you're based in Matete Township, is there any other possibility to have a kind of place like a Powerful Center all across the city, for instance, just to help folks learn as fast as they can English?
Exactly. We are thinking to extend our center to different locations or even also to different states. So all is about also manpower. So that's why we are training, and not only training English, now we are training also teachers, and we are training other leaders, okay, because I cannot teach everywhere at the same time. So I can have only specific place where I'm teaching, but I can also make someone else to teach in another place. So now we are working with the idea of extending ourselves, but by reproducing ourselves first of all.
All right. So as regards the national teaching program, you think that English must be included in which level? College only, university, in kindergarten, because we don't focus only on the present, but we want to look at the future. So you think that English could be part of national teaching programs? So to what extent? Is only teaching for marks to teach people to speak English or to be able to discuss any issue in English?
No, I really encourage that English should really start from, I can say, 0. So just after birth, even parents should start teaching or helping their children to speak English, and all should go until when we got our university degrees. So why? As I said before, we are in global world. So now all the world has become as one village. So it means we have to be connected. We have to know what is happening in any corner of the world. So this can bring motivation, this can push to innovation, and this can also develop our skills and minds.
All right. As a reminder, youth leadership training is our topic today. So English is one of the tools which could help in training of leaders just to be able to adjust into any circumstance. So you think that someday English could be adopted as a second official language?
This is it is
because viewing the impact of it
exactly,
but
this is
that your wish, and what could you say? Take advantage of this platform to tell even authorities watching you right now.
Of course, this is normally political decision. It is not I can say simple decision to take. This is really a major situation. It's a political situation. So, but I think with the expansion of the world, so there is chance that English can become the first
official language in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, let's come back to the education. We know that every year parents send their children to learn English at Powerful Center, but they're not only learning English, you train them as well. So what is the responsibility, the contribution of those parents, and what should they do just to better things in the days ahead?
Yes, parents has to help their children. They have to support them. Because of course, yes, they are coming to learn English, so some small fees are required. So parents has to help them. They have to push them. They have to encourage them. So it means this link between teachers, because when we're teaching them, we also motivate them. We show them the impact, what English can bring to them. And with the help of the parents, I think the result will be perfect.
So now in terms of youth leadership training, what kinds of things you tend to improve in the days ahead?
Things
things that don't work today, but you think that you could do better in the days ahead? What are those things that you look at them and they say, no, tomorrow we'll be doing better than today? Have any idea?
Because when you're talking about things which don't work today.
Yeah, because I asked you a question, so remember earlier about the maybe podcast, video, because they cannot only practice but to adjust. Learning English local way. Will they be able to interact with native speakers from USA, UK, and so forth? That's why
I got your point. Yes, I got your point. You know, as teachers, as leaders also, we are in connection with a lot of organizations. So I am also in connection with US Embassy. So we also got some trainings, and then from these trainings and from what we see, we also trying with small means that we have to improve. So to improve also our environment. So you know, where we have for this time being, we are renting. So it is very difficult to set some other things. We cannot, you know, bring big screens, and then so that also is some points of our, it's showing some barriers to our growth. So we think maybe tomorrow we are going to have our own place. So in that, I think we can try to.
Right. Now, your last message, your message to all Congolese young leaders before we conclude.
Yes, to all young leaders, they should know leadership is not about position. Leadership is not about title. Leadership is about initiatives, motivation, serving others. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Paul and Poi, for joining us. We appreciated this so much, the fact that you're here on set discussing the topic youth leadership training.
Thank you.
All right. It's off today. We have tried to explore this topic, youth leadership training. It was really fantastic with the guests on set, Paul Poi, who is one of the trainers at Pafo Center, but he does many things when it comes to training young people, not only to speak English, but also to be able to defend whatever they learn, what they acquire as knowledge. In English, of course, as a bridge, which will allow them to connect them with other people, even those from abroad, in order to expand ideas, to develop thinking. This was really vital. This program is always being broadcast on the National Second Channel, RTC de Development. So thank you so much for watching, tuning in, and bye next time. Here are some highlights of this program. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brainstorm exclusive interview.
Our education should be corrected, adapted, and updated.
Live better, they can send their children to school because they can interact with their authorities.
Mechanics, electricity, computer science, you know, innovation, yeah.
And we know that is Brainstorm. Yourself, after watching this interesting program, notice the final statement made by our notable guest, a brand new one.